Okay, right. Tucked in. Over this side. I don't know why that's going all the way around the houses. Is that right, going around the houses? Yeah, I think it is. Right. Let's run a few. Let's get a bit of a recording. What is that about? Press map key. Silly. Yeah, I was just looking at the loot pool earlier for Chapter 1, Season 5. And it's not that dissimilar to what we've got now, to be honest. It's normal. The biggest difference is probably shotguns. You've got the pump and you've got the tac. And you've got the dub as well. Dub was in it. But I did notice throughout the season they actually changed the guns. So if we're going straight into Chapter 1 Season 5 next season, do we get basically the loot pool from the end of the season? Or will we progressively get it as it was released in fast forward mode? I don't know. I don't know. How many gold? There we go. I suppose you've got to spend it all. When's the next season? The 3rd. So it's the 2nd, the last day. 3 days time, is that right? 30th today, yep, and then 31st tomorrow. Then the 1st and 2nd. So that's 3 full days, I guess. I would assume. Ba-da-ba-ba. It's fallen, but... Seriously? Where's your room? Yeah. All those shocks. Dude, I can't see people in this undergrowth. You just can't see them. I thought I just saw something there. Might get on some shocks here. Let's see if I can get. Yeah, I'm going back. Right, don't need to give up on shocks now. Right, Nebula ARs. No. Okay, where are we going next? Going this way or this way? We're going this way. And we could do with some more, with a better AR. What's that about? Make sure you get me. Oh, he's real. Really bad, wow. Why would you push someone on such little health? Quick, 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 pick that up! Oh, fucking hell, I've got no AR now. Wouldn't let me pick it up. Stupid game. I'll take that for now. Does a lot of damage mid-range, this thing now. Right, given I get most of my kills. Right, where's he gone? Come on, come over here. Come over here. Come on, please. Right, it slurps. Boop. Okay. There's. Right. Decent loadout. 53 to go. So you wouldn't get this good a loadout dropping anywhere else on the map every game. Consistently good loadout. Are we going this way? I might stay on height here. What time is it? 3. Play a couple of games. Do a bit more housework. I'm playing on a couple of games. Ooh. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have gone this way. Now I have to back all the way up, but this way. Get the gold, get the ammo. Oh, interesting. It's gone up the top, that might be a problem. I can only assume they're standing on the ridge hard scoping right now, but I'm probably giving them way too much credit. That's what I would do, but okay. Oh, there's nobody up there. Somebody over here. I don't know where they are. Don't need anything from the island, but it stops others getting the goodies. Oh, I think I have to go. Ah, damn. So I'm fighting in the jungle. Just can't see anything. So they've got the Midas gun, but they didn't have the sword. That's weird. I don't think I want to go to the islands. I don't need anything. It's just out of the way. Yeah, it's terrible, terrible place to be going right now. Okay, so shooting that way and shooting that way. Kind of want to just be here, don't I? Let's have a look at this though first. Come back. Oh, my hands are really cold. There we go. There's a bit of track, isn't it? Bot City. Yeah, damn it. One I've missed. Yeah, I shouldn't really spam crouch when I'm on height. It just doesn't work. You just end up not being able to hit half the bullets because you're crouching too low. Better off just peeking it. Right, so back to where I was. All of that. That's weird. Kind of that way there. So there. A bit further that way. Let's quick this way across there. Could have stood on one of the stones and yeeted it, I suppose. Not particularly accurate though. Okay, that sounds like I need to wrap around the right side so that I have everybody on one side of me. Where your buddies are. Someone on that ridge. Not really seeing someone flying in that way. It's weird that they're fighting each other. Oh. Take the tree out. Now where are you going to go? Nobody here, is there? They're stuffed. Stuffed. Not one. That makes the other one hang back, try and res, or think about try and resing, and then all of a sudden they're chasing the storm out. Stuffed. Oh, my pillow's gone down already. Just blew that up like 10 minutes ago. Pillow's gone flat already. Oh. Crazy. Oh yeah, we've got the buggy coming back, haven't we? The golf buggy. What? Grabby. Oh my god, this is leaking so fast. Yay. 70% max CPU, 48 degrees. I need to change the thermal paste really, don't I? Yeah, should be lower than that. It's not really high, but it should be lower than that. Okay then, this is going to get spicy. I don't know if I can do this. No, I can't do this. Ooh. Two above me. Someone underneath. They are going to be coming out here any seconds. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know. I don't have time for this. I have some shields, more shields. They're fighting over the far side. I don't really care about unless they've taken the other boss into custody. There's the other boss. Somebody's coming across the thingy. Way up here. Fighting. Oh, gold pump is very, 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 very tempting. Not much in that decision. Accelerator or gold pump. That way next. Okay, that's the spot. Doom doom. Right. Head over to Frenzy next. debating whether I should be streaming on Kick instead of YouTube. Keep the Twitch. I can only restream to 2. Rejab lad. Well, heard that. Okay. Where this guy's friend is. There are 2 there. He's real. I need to go though. Oh, there he is. Oh. Alright, no fly zone. No flee zone. You cannot flee from me. Alright, let's go. Clear that little area. Yoink. Can't get up there, can I? Yeah, it's 100 meters away. What do I do? What do I prioritize? That's already been done. This has already been done. But they are shooting with the... I think I need to prioritize this. Probably the guys that just did that. Oh, that's actually a really smart move. That's actually a really smart move. That's right. Where's she just gone? That wasn't a smart move. But now I just do that. You did something really clever and then something really stupid. Ah, thank you. Oh, wait. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Two. Where am I going? I've got my good loadout already. don't think you go any higher here. $100 meters. I don't have a tower either, do I? So, is there another tower I could do? No, there isn't. Shooting that way. Let's keep left for a second so we know where they are. But they're just over that ridge. I'll be able to creep up on them. God, I need to blow this pillow up again. There's somebody up there as well. Fight's being done at the moment. $200. Interesting. He's just gone up to hang with his friend. He's just come down for some reason. What's he planning on doing? Well, where is this guy? He's going to be coming up again in a sec. I'm going to stick on the roof, I think. Yep. Mistake. Mistake, mistake, mistake. And all he saw was the loot, that guy. Saw him go down there. Somebody's shooting all the way down here somewhere. What else we got? Anyone else? Over the back. There we go. Anti-aimbot. Don't actually hit a bullet, please. There we go. On top. And top one. And get an AR refill. Come Come on. Sure, I just saw somebody there. Around this tree. Did I see someone? Did I mention it? Or it's just the tree rendering funny? Maybe. Yeah, I think it's just a weird rendering. Rendering glitch. We gotta go. Over here. Oh, this pillow. Flat as a pancake. Okay, we're quite central now. That's a problem. We are pretty central. And how many teams left? Okay, 2 duos and me. Where are they? Interesting. They're flying this way though, so I need to probably laser them while I can. That's just annoying. They're bots. I know they're down there, but I don't really want to let them back up. But rather get positioned, to be honest. Okay, well, one just died in the swamp. There's the other one. He looks lost. He's very lost. He thinks I'm over there. He's looking back at the storm. Crazy. Right. Look, I mean, look how flat this is. Look, it's completely flat. I only blew this up like an hour ago. What is going on with it? I do not understand. It doesn't seem to go down when I have it out of the bag thingy. It doesn't seem to go down. If I blow it up now, it won't go down. Okay. All right. Stick that on my lap. But that stays up. 20 bottom, nice. It's a bit noisy with all the rubber rubbing. Eee, 10-10, nice. Currently this season is my highest ever win rate and my highest ever KD. All because of one gun. All because of that dual mag AR. And how many games I win with that thing, and how many kills I get at 200 meters with that thing. We're not going to have a gun like that next season. We're going to have the blooming Scar and Blue AR stuff, which massive bloom. So we don't have any dot guns at all. So my KD is going to plummet next season. $4,400 gold, creeping back up. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Do that. How about med kit? Hey, you got a 5. Incomplete. Hey, 10. What's up? Not a lot. Just playing a couple of games during the day, as you do. Keeping an eye on my stats down there. Other than that, oh. How are you doing? What are you doing? What are you up to today? Oh, what's that? Nope. He's running away. I don't allow it. Thanks for coming back. He's fighting over there. That's directly below me. Might carry the suitcase for the moment. I want to play some Geos now. I'm just playing my solo at the moment. But thank you for the offer. I wonder who that is flying in. Oh, above. A crown player, you say? Say it's not so. Okay, did not deserve a crown. Some jelly beans. Yeah, maybe just whack this here for now. 44 or 69 bullets. Where? Boom, 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 boom. Need some more bullets. Oh, wait. Really? Okay. Come on, Volt, give me some goodies. Maybe I should probably do that first, just in case I get on the go bag. No on the go bag. No on the grow bag. No, thank you. Ooh. Right, do that. Pick some of them up. That. Yeah, it's going to be interesting next season. It's got the heavy sniper in as well, I think next season does. I don't know. 2 shocks or some heals? Probably should just take some heals, shouldn't I? Where are we going? We're going that way, Frenzy next. That. This, that, and that. Right, let's go. Do the flag quick, then go Frenzy. No, no! Just wanted to open the thing. Why do they have to put it so close? Just wanted to open this. All I wanted to do. Right, so the flag quick and then we have Frenzy. Ooh. I'm trying to get as many wins as I can by the end of the season, 3 days away. Don't think I will manage to get to... Yeah, maybe 650 I managed to get to, probably. I suspect. Come on. Thanks for the gold. Let's go. Oh, some of that as well, please. Let's have a lot of ammo containers around this section of the map. What is that? Is that somebody using the alien gun? It's going through the map. Is that what that is? I do not know. This side, so I've got to be careful. Put the augment on before I go up. Yeah, shooting everywhere. Got 2 keys, might be able to get better AR out of it. Oh, I'm not going to go all the way over the back there. Too far. I can see them from here, I'll kill them, but no, I'm not going all the way over there. Hey Dan, how you doing, mate? What type of rig are you playing Fortnite on, and what's your FPS? I think Does that do it? There we go. Creative, I can get about 1200 FPS. In game, normally about 450, 500. I cap at 240. I've got a 360 Hz monitor, but I cap at 240 just because it's a bit more stable. But the map's just not optimized. Oh, they are. So my next PC basically will be me running at a flat 360 FPS. I'll just basically get the best CPU and memory that I can possibly get, and that should get me up to a stable 360. I mean, I can still run at 360. It's just it just goes up and down quite a bit. I can show you some stats results of why I choose 240. See, now I really want to switch to these now. Do that. Ooh, all 6 as well, nice. Somebody has hired them. Is that somebody pre-bunkering me? On the roof, have a look. Yeah, I mean, you can see how solid my FPS is, look. But it's the 4.2 milliseconds to the right of the green FPS down there. That's the important one. That's your frame time. That's how often between frames, basically, you're getting. And the more consistent that is, the smoother the gameplay and the better your muscle memory, because you're getting much, much smoother gameplay. Whoa, okay, I need to focus here, because I'm going to get killed otherwise. How did he hit me? Through a tree. There's one. Come on, there's your one white. Was that guy that's got me here though? Oh, he's still camping. So yeah, the more consistent you can get that number, the better. So having like stable 4.2 milliseconds is so nice. What really helps. Where are these guys? They're taking pot shots at me and then running away. Oh, okay, so somebody's below me there. If there's one, I don't mind jumping him, but if it turns out to be 2. Hello. Hello. What's it saying? Yeah, so running your FPS, letting Fortnite control your FPS is best for latency by a little bit, but you can make your frames and your frame time a lot smoother if you cap your frames in RTSS, River Tuner Statistics Server. Yeah, really, really smooth FPS if you do that. So I always recommend to people to use RTSS for capping your frames, because people used to say it added loads of latency. I've measured it. It doesn't add almost anything. And in a lot of the cases, it stops your FPS going down, and your FPS going down causes latency. So it's kind of balancing itself out. Do you stream on the same PC? No, I actually stream on a work laptop with no GPU in it. I've tuned the work laptop so much that I can stream from it with no GPU on it. So you don't need a big spec to stream from. I used to stream from this PC and it was fine, but I just like taking any load I can off of here so I get more stable FPS. Let's put an augment on while I'm here. Really? He's going to make me use up all my gold that I've just been saving. Go back. Always. Here. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Where have I gotta go? That's the question. How far have I gotta go? Ooh, all the way to steaming. There's nobody on my left. Yeah, you don't need huge specs for a streaming PC. I am only streaming at 720p though. I'm not streaming at 1080p. If I was streaming at 1080p, I think it would be a bit more demanding. Well, I did used to stream at 1080p. But I preferred 720p because Bill was telling me off using up too much of his bandwidth. Is RTS app displays your performance stats in the game? Half, yes. You need RTSS running, but it's a app called CapFrame X. It's a free tool you can download, and I'll show you after this game. I'll show you all about CapFrame X and RTSS. Oh, I heard someone there. I can hear someone, but I've got absolutely no visual audio. That's weird. Somebody's below me. Guess I'm just hearing weird stuff. Okay, well, we probably want to go up here anyway. So what I can do, I'll show you as well. So I'll jump in a bush right now. So if I kick off a recording, you see status has gone 3, 2, 1.
Capture started.
And I can set however long I want to start recording. So it'll record the FPS, it'll record any latency, it'll record all the sensor stuff, and you can look at it in a graph afterwards. That's just for me. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone else that's not just testing. It's very, very useful for me working out and telling people what's better, what works, what doesn't work. Well, this is a good spot. Although I do need to go that way, didn't it? 10 people left apparently. There's some thingy lines there. Let's start heading over towards the next circle. It's going to be over there. Is there going to be much cover over there? Ooh. Not really. Yellow house, I reckon. The yellow house next. The other thing you probably should do is make sure you're running MSI Afterburner, which comes with RTSS. MSI Afterburner, even if you're not overclocking your GPU, is great because you can put a custom fan curve, which can basically ramp up your fan for your GPU more aggressively than what's built into it. And as a result, you massively drop your temperature. So if you look at my GPU temperature right now, it's about 38. If I wasn't running that, it would be in the 50s and 60s. And you'll be amazed how quickly it comes down as well. I'm not running maximum percentage fan speeds, but I am, oh, there we go. Alright. Left, let's get on the yellow house quickly. Yeah, 9 kills this game. He stopped on that ridge.
Capture finished.
Oh, he's on the tree. So yeah, so my capture's finished, so I can then analyze the results in a minute and see all the pretty graphs. Who's left? 2 people left. There's number behind me. That's a great spot somebody's given me there. One guy left. Am I about to win by default? I think I'm about to win without doing anything. Here he goes. He's real, and the storm's coming in, so he's got 18 seconds to get out of there. As you snipe me, you're going to die. Right, let me show you RTSS and CapFrameX. So actually, let's start with Afterburner. So MSI Afterburner comes with RTSS. So you download this, you install it, and it comes with RTSS. I am overclocking a little bit, so but ignore that. If you go in here and settings and then fan, you can set like a more aggressive fan curve. So when the GPU gets to 60, I've got 100% fans going. When we did this on Ship's computer, it was sitting on about 56 degrees centigrade. And then we turned this custom fan curve on, and within 2 minutes, it was down to 32. It just went straight down. So this is what MSI Afterburner does. Now, as I say, when you download MSI Afterburner, it comes with an app called RTSS. RTSS can put stats on your screen. Yeah, there's RTSS. Here we go. So it can put like stats on your screen or no stats on your screen. But what it can also do is it can control your frame rate. So there's 240 there. So what it does is it basically takes a little bit more frames than you need from the game, and then it chops them up and paces them out really, really evenly. So if you didn't have this on, you could kind of get 2 frames really close together and then a bit of a big gap and then another 2 together, or then 3 together and then a really big gap. What this does is it takes a load of frames and then it really spaces them out really, really evenly. So it really smooths out the game. So yeah, so I run this, I'm always doing tests between the in-game limiter, which if you use this, you have to set to unlimited. So in Fortnite, you set to unlimited, and then here you set what target frame rate is. So I could, if it's 0, it's not working. I turn it off. I could do 357 if I wanted to run at 357, 240, whatever you want. Anyway, so CapFrameX, which are these stats here, uses RTSS to do that overlay down the bottom. So RTSS is basically it controls the frames and the frame rate, and it kind of spaces them out evenly and gives you a smooth game. So as I say, this is bundled in with the if you do a search for MSI Afterburner. Yes, so if you do search for MSI Afterburner, I'll show you. MSI Afterburner, it's actually bundled with it. So you have to accept this, otherwise the download button won't work. So you download Afterburner, and it downloads a zip, and you just you extract the zip, and yeah, you just run the setup, and the setup will ask you if you want to have RTSS as part of it, and you just say yes. And as I say, the best thing about the Afterburner, so I have these both running. So I have Afterburner running at startup, and I have RTSS running at startup, even though it's moved it over to here. But and then in RTSS, I just basically add one, search for Fortnite shipping.exe in the program files directory, add that, give it its own little profile, and then you can set the frame rate. It works really well. I've used it for years, so no problems with that at all. But yeah, it'll make your game a lot smoother. No, they don't conflict with any NVIDIA settings whatsoever. I mean, the NVIDIA control panel, you can have a limit in here, but you just turn that off. You only want one thing controlling your frame rate. So you basically turn off the NVIDIA frame rate limiter. Where is frame rate limiter in here? There we go, max frame rate off. So you make sure that's off, you make sure Fortnite's on unlimited, and you just use RTSS running in the background to handle the FPS. It makes it super smooth. Anyway, so let me show you CapFrameX now. So I do all my FPS tests CapFrameX with the stats down the bottom. So CapFrameX is another free app you can download. So this is the recording we just did. So if I click on that and then I click on an analysis, you can see what the FPS was doing while we were playing there at the end for 3 minutes. So you can see it's kind of nice and steady here. I was probably sitting in the bush there, to be honest. And it dips it down a little bit. So what I try and do is I measure basically the average FPS. And if the average is quite close to the limit, then that's a good place for your FPS to be, because you're spending most of your time. The average is that green line is quite close to the max, which is the light green line. Look at the stuttering. I mean, 0.1% is tiny. That's really, 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 really smooth. So anything 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 is pretty good. If I find a replay, if I have a replay, this is me running at about just under 360 FPS, right? If I cap at that, it doesn't spend very much time up there. I can still run in it, and I'll be averaging 300, but 300 is a long way from 360. So you want to pick a frame rate limit where the average is quite close to the max, and then it's done. What have I done to limit stuttering? Okay, well that's basically reducing background latency. So you don't want much stuff running in the background while you're gaming. The other things you want to do these FPS drops, yeah, you can reduce them by limiting what's running in the background, so de-bloat Windows, so make it do less stuff in the background. You want to do things to your CPU like stop any power saving modes like C states. You do that in the BIOS. You turn off C states for Intel processors. You want to ideally disable hyperthreading. So that your number of cores in Task Manager is the same as the number of logical processors. So the way hyperthreading works with CPUs is basically it like splits a CPU core into like two, So say you got a motorway lane that does 100 miles an hour normally, it will like split it into a 70 mile an hour lane and a 30 mile an hour lane. And all of a sudden you can kind of get more traffic through because there's two lanes, there's less congestion. Well, you don't need to take notes. If you join my Discord, I've actually written an entire guide on this, so you can just read that. Just download the PDF on my Discord. Yeah, so hyperthreading is basically helps get loads and loads of traffic through, but all of a sudden you're only doing 70 miles an hour with some of the traffic and 30 miles an hour with another bit of traffic. So the latency's slower. So you're kind of going slower. So I disable hyperthreading, so it only basically uses the main core and all the traffic goes through at the really fast speed. So as a result, I mean, if you've got a lot of traffic going through the CPUs, then you probably do want hyperthreading. But for gaming, normally you just need one lane that's as fast as possible, 8 times in this case, logical cores. So you can disable hyperthreading in the BIOS. That will lower your latency, which will again help your FPS drops. You can do things depending on your card. You can kind of let me. I'll close this for a second. Right? It's easier for me to show you while this is closed. Yeah, so debloat Windows, that will reduce the number of processes running. So not going to be great because I've been running for a bit. But normally this is around 80 after processes running, about 80. It's even less if I'm on Windows 10. That's only about 60 if I run Windows 10. But Windows 11, it's normally about 80 after a reboot. This will come down as things close off here. So you want to debloat Windows and reduce how much background stuff's running in the background. Yeah, there are loads of things you can do. I mean, you can optimize your GPU so that it's make sure it's running MSI mode. That will help with latency. There are loads of stuff, but it's way too many things to kind of go into on a live stream, which is why I kind of wrote a guide. My guide is probably a bit old and out of date now. I think I pretty much wrote it a year ago, and I need to update it really. But that will get you like 99% of the way, and then just some kind of other little things that I don't do now or I do now. But yeah, if you go on my Discord, I'll show you where it is. If you go up to my Discord and then you go PC tuning guide, and then you just basically click on the download the PDF. Open that file. So I've got a whole tuning guide for Fortnite, 100 pages worth, tons and tons of stuff in there. And this is all stuff that I have tested before and after in the CapFrame X for FPS, and also in part of my monitor there's latency testing equipment. There's a chip in it called NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer. Not many people have that. So I test latency as well. Not many people can test latency, but I test latency too for everything. So yeah, you can get your latency, background latency down. You can kind of how to debloat it. There's loads of stuff in here on how to do stuff. So I wrote this guide because I kept getting bored repeating myself over and over. But this should definitely help you. Turning on game mode, turning on hags, turning off background apps. You know, basically it's an idiot's guide to how to tune a computer for gaming and Fortnite. Most tweakers would charge kind of a couple of $100 for that. But I don't care. Just take it. It's for you guys. I don't care about money. So, anyway, I'm surprised they don't. I probably have all nicked this and then just turn it into videos. But this is pretty much the most comprehensive guide on anywhere in the world for tuning your PC for gaming. I try and explain stuff as basic as I can, but it can get a little bit complicated at times. So I do kind of mark certain sections as advanced. So if you're not comfortable with doing something, then just skip it. do the next thing that's the easiest. DNS stuff, loads of stuff, optimizing your network, everything. So yeah, loads of goodies in that. And there's also some registry files if you want to run those, as opposed to copy and pasting them from my guide. It's like this registry file will go through and disable any. Where's the PDF file? I showed you. So it's in my Discord under PC tuning guide. Can you see that? Under there, and then it's basically the PDF at the bottom. I think I've locked anyone else commenting in here, so it should be pretty much just at the top here, or at the bottom there. Wave to Dan. Hello, Dan. I mean, as I say, there are some things I don't do in that guide anymore. Like I don't use CC Cleaner anymore. I've moved back to IObit's Advanced Systems Care. It's quite good for keeping the computer nice and clean. It just kind of move that across a bit. It just kind of cleans up the registry, cleans out the temporary files, and I bought a bundle like $20 the other day for Advanced System Care, IObit Driver Booster, and the uninstaller for $20. It was a no-brainer. So yes, this is really good software for kind of cleaning everything up too. So I use this now instead of CC Cleaner. I had a lot of problems with CC Cleaner, so even though I've got a pro license and I paid for a pro license, I've uninstalled it. What else don't I do anymore? I think there is some debloat stuff that I don't do anymore. There's on a website called Free Time Tech. Free Time Tech. I'll show you what this is. So there's a website called Free Time Tech, and they've got a couple of tools that can help you debloat. My dates are backwards. That helps you can debloat your computer, so get rid of all the stuff in Windows that you don't need. Their Windows 10 debloater and their Windows 11 debloaters are pretty much safe just to run the presets, and that kind of really clears your processes down, probably from over 200 to about 100. That really helps. But they do have a gaming debloater as well, and I only use one thing in that gaming debloater, and the rest of the stuff is doing some stuff in the registry that I've tested, and some of the stuff messes things up. So if you are going to use that gaming debloater, then be very careful you only use the one thing that I suggest, I think, in the guide. Where's my downloads directory? I can probably show you what that is. There's the Windows 11 debloater. Do I have the gaming debloater? I must have it in here. Seriously, but I've got the gaming debloater on here. Maybe it's in my D drive. Hang on. Downloads. Gaming debloater. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. The only thing, if you are going to run that, the only thing you should run, so you do options, clear all to make sure nothing's selected. And then in gaming tweaks, there's one called disable HPET. High precision event timer, and that's really good for a quick way of setting up your timer resolution to 0.5 milliseconds. But everything else just leave alone if you do this one. If not, don't worry about it. The other debloaters are good. What else don't I do anymore? Still using exit lag. Not bad. I'm still using process LSU, but that's quite advanced playing around with that. So it's up to you if you want to use process LSU. Bitsum power plan is pretty good. So I basically get it so that whenever I start the Fortnite executable, it kicks off performance mode, which kicks off the Bitsum power plan. But but you don't have to use that. You could just like use the ultimate power plan if you want. What else do I use? But yeah, it's pretty much all in the guide. So go through that, ask questions in my Discord, sort you out. Right, I think I'm going to have a little break from Fortnite for a little bit. It's 4 now. Biscuit's normally on in about an hour, maybe 2. So I might go and clean the kitchen for a bit and then come back again. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. Yeah, but I mean, a very useful tool as well to work out how much background latency you've got. After implementing the guide, did you document a performance improvement? Yeah, it's a massive improvement. It's just massive. Yeah, you'll get much more. You'll get higher FPS. You'll get much more stable drops. Your background latency should be way better. So there's a tool that you can have a look at called Latency Mon, which you can download again for free, which measures background latency of Windows. So it was originally designed for people doing audio processing. Let me try and make this so that you can see the corner of it. Let's go straight up from there. There we go. Again, you can download this free tool. There's a link in my guide. But what you can do is you can see how much background latency you've got running for processes and DPC. So DPC is like hardware interrupts, and your background processes are basically all the software stuff. Normally when I reboot, that's 1.5 and that's 0.5. It's just because I've got too much rubbish running at the moment in the background. But most people, before they start doing my guide, this will be over 5. And this will be probably over 3. So have a look before you start what you're on to see what your average measured interrupt process latency is. So reboot, start Latency Mon and see what that number is and that number is, the average ones. And then as you're doing my guide, keep going back to this to see if it's improving, which it should do. Should do a lot. So I was on my friend Zombie's PC the other day, and that was quite tuned already. And then we started kind of doing some graphics GPU tuning, and we went from 3 here down to about we went from 5 down to about 2, I think, just within like 2 hours. So that makes a big difference. So it's important. It's very important to kind of get a baseline of where you are now, and then how it looks after you've done the stuff, because that way you know whether it's working or not. And that's the whole principle that I do stuff on. It's not just my mate down the pub said this would be really good, I'm going to stick this on, do this in the registry. No, I don't do that. I basically test it before and after. If it didn't improve it, I get rid of it. There's no point in doing it. So I basically tested everything for latency, everything for FPS improvements. So yeah, you should see a big improvement. But yeah, if it gets too complicated, just ask in my chat and I can explain stuff in Discord. That's the best way to go. Yeah. So okay. Let me reboot and I'll show you the numbers. They do come down, so I'm not just lying. Back in a sec. Right. Back in. So now you can see my processes, look, they're about 80-ish. Just started back up again, so it's about 80. This is, as I say, this is Windows 11, the very latest Windows 11. So I basically do checks like every other day, and then I pause them so they don't do checks while I'm in the middle of gaming. So I like pause as I go. But this is the very latest Windows 11. So that's gone up a bit. Let me finish doing that, and then that should be done. Okay. Right. So pause for a week. Now that's been done. And then if you go and have a look in benchmark latency mon. So now you can see 1.4, 1.5, and 0.5. So that's how you just keep checking that you're kind of stripping Windows down a bit and make sure everything functionally works. Make sure you take a backup before you start. So if something doesn't work, you can easily roll back to it. Yeah, lots of fun. All right, I'm going to leave you to it. I am going to go and do a little bit of housework, and I'll come back again in a bit. All right, catch you later. Bye for now.